The moment her eyes met mine, she realized something she never expected.
You'll never be someone. Funny how 8 years later, those words taste less like insult and more like prophecy, just not hers. I'm standing in the ballroom of the Meridian Grand, a glass of bourbon warming my hand, speaking with investors who now fight for a seat at my table. The chandeliers above sparkle like frozen lightning, and the entire room hums with wealth, power, and ambition. Then I see her, Jessica, my ex-wife, the woman who once looked at me like I was a burden she needed to outgrow. She's wearing a deep emerald gown that probably cost more than our rent used to be back when we shared a cramped studio with peeling paint and neighbors who screamed through the walls. Her laugh rings out polished, rehearsed, hollow, and on her arm, Derek, the finance bro she left me for. Still acting like success drips out of his pores. She doesn't see me yet, but when she finally does, when her gaze locks onto mine across the ballroom, her smile falters for a millisecond. Before she masks it with that sugary arrogance I remember too well, she whispers something to Derek, links her arm tighter through his, and they both start walking toward me with the confidence of people who believe they're reapproaching a nobody. They have no idea. But before I get to that moment, the reveal, let me start where everything began. Jessica and I met in college. I was the guy holding my life together with duct tape and caffeine. 3 part-time jobs kept me afloat. Mornings serving lattes, afternoons doing mind-numbing data entry, and nights waiting tables until my back ached. I was always tired, but I held on to my dream with a stubborn fire, building something meaningful in the hospitality world. Jessica said she admired that drive. She said my ambition made her believe in our future. Back then I believed her. We got married young, convinced love and hard work were enough, but loving ambition is easy in theory. Living through it is a war. Ambition meant double shifts that left me smelling like marinara and fryer oil. It meant driving a rusted Honda with a check engine light that practically glowed 24/7. It meant scraping enough money together for rent, bills, and business supplies while surviving on ramen and 2 hours of sleep. And slowly, painfully, her admiration soured into disappointment. I noticed how she stopped introducing me as her husband. Then she stopped explaining what I did at all. He's in hospitality, she'd say, like the words tasted bad in her mouth. Her parents openly disliked me, said I'd never provide, never succeed, never become anything close to what she deserved. Jessica never defended me, not once. The end came on a Tuesday night that still feels like a scar. I'd just worked 16 hours chasing a contract that could have changed everything. I walked into our apartment exhausted, hopeful, ready to share good news. Instead, she sat on our sagging couch, arms crossed, eyes cold. "This isn't working anymore," she said, not angry, not sad, just done. She said she couldn't waste her best years on a man with dreams that seemed to go nowhere. She said she needed stability, something I apparently couldn't offer. She said she deserved more. 2 weeks later, she moved into Derek's luxury high-rise downtown. I fell apart. 6 months of self-doubt, insomnia, financial stress, soul-crushing heartbreak, but pain changes shape over time. Eventually, it hardened into fuel. I threw myself into my work with a relentless hunger. I devoured every book, attended every workshop, networked with every investor who would take a meeting. My consulting business started gaining traction. Boutique hotels began seeing real results, higher bookings, smoother operations, happier guests. Word spread, clients multiplied. Money grew. 5 years after she walked out, I opened my first luxury resort and exclusive members-only retreat in Aspen that immediately became a status symbol among celebrities, CEOs, and royalty. Then came expansions, the Bahamas, Switzerland, Tokyo, London, Manhattan. 10 years of grit turned Meridian Luxury Group into a global powerhouse. Today, my personal net worth sits at $2.3 billion. Jessica bet on the wrong man, back to the ballroom. Jessica reaches me first. "Daniel!" "Oh my God, I can't believe it's really you," she says, giving me that condescending smile. "What brings you here?" "I was invited," I reply simply. She glances around as if checking whether I somehow snuck in through the service entrance. Then Derek steps forward, extending his hand. Derek Morrison, CEO, he says, stressing the word like it's royalty. I shake his hand politely. Daniel Lawson. Jessica leans in sweetly. So what have you been up to all these years? The bait. She wants me to say I'm still struggling, still average. Still the man she abandoned. Just working, I say casually. Keeping busy.